What's up, Internet? I'm here with Coach Andy, and I'm gonna hit some cleans. I'm gonna work up to a heavy single today, and I don't have a topic planned, but Andy's gonna jump in, and we're gonna argue over some stuff. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned. So we're gonna hit some triples right into a heavy single today. I think today I'm just gonna do the last clean as a squat. And then we might hit some squats on the drop set. Yesterday we were talking about supporting the CrossFit Games athletes who are opting out of the season, because what I said, Andy, is the CrossFit, the games are more indebted to the athletes than vice versa. I think the bad take are the people who are like, oh, these people, CrossFit gave them their platform, right? They would be nothing without CrossFit. And now they're doing this, turning their backs on them. But bro, the CrossFit Games would have been shit without the efforts of those athletes. The games are built on the backs of the athletes. And now they're voicing their opinion.
I think it's symbiotic.
Sure. And so the thing I said was, CrossFit, like you can't even say like, oh, the CrossFit methodology created games athletes. Because if you followed CrossFit main site proper, you would not become a games athlete. So these athletes innovated and they elevated the sport to something that is incomprehensible.
You can't elevate a sport if it doesn't get better.
That's fine.
Good job. Thanks. Yeah.
But they could have applied that hard work elsewhere. So the argument that they would have no success if it wasn't for CrossFit, it's
I didn't
like,
say no success.
well, that's what people act like.
I think you're just rage baiting.
You think it's rage bait?
I think you're rage baiting.
Do you think CrossFit listens to the athletes?
I didn't say that either.
Because that's all they want, Andy. They just want to be heard.
Do you want to know my true opinion?
Yeah, the internet wants to know.
I give a fuck about the CrossFit Games.
About the CrossFit Games.
It doesn't matter. It's not the purpose of CrossFit.
I said that yesterday.
I'm a dinosaur when it comes to this shit.
Yeah, they're a dinosaur.
I mean, John, you're actually a dinosaur, but I'm a dinosaur when it comes to this methodology.
What do you think, as the OG CrossFit coach here, the methodology should do for people? The purpose.
Happier,
Happier, more socially integrated.
doesn't even have to be that. You can be J-Bo. You can come here and work your ass off and not talk to people if you don't feel like it.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, sure.
Whatever.
I think that's part of happier and healthier.
Yeah.
If that's your prerogative, right? I think that being socially integrated, if that's how you refuel, is being surrounded by.
For some people,
like my
for
kids.
me, I could care less. No, I
don't think that at all.
I think.
Well, I mean, I'm saying I don't need people.
I could see.
Work out hard.
I like both sides of it.
But it helps that I feel like most people here, though.
I like both sides of it because there's days I don't necessarily want to be super social, but I think it helps me train better being in a place where other people are training hard, even if I don't want to interact with them.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
That's something very underrated, people. You can work out in your garage and maybe you'll go hard.
Oh, I will.
But yeah, you will, but also you become the kind of the king of your own domain.
Yeah.
And it's good to
Well,
see
so you
other
test
people
those things.
good to see other people training hard and elevating your standards.
You can do that on a more of a weekly basis as opposed to just weight competition. Most of my training I do myself.
My hips aren't really feeling the squat clean today, so we're just gonna hit that heavy power. Hi, good morning. Who are you? Who are you, my watchers? Do you know you're on Facebook Live?
Oh, no.
Oh yeah. We're making content.
Oh, there you go.
All right, where are we going
You know
next?
what you're talking about.
210. I was gonna have a deep, profound topic, but I don't really have any fuel for that today.
Fuel?
Just don't have any topical inspiration. Here's the hot take, Andy. All right, internet, you ready for this hot take? The open isn't what the cult of CrossFit says it is.
Say again?
The open, at least not anymore, is no longer what the cult of CrossFit says it is.
The cult?
Yeah. All the arguments for doing the open, and I think there's good arguments for doing it, but the most common ones I don't agree with. Like it's your opportunity to see your year-over-year progression. I don't think the current format achieves that anymore.
No.
Why?
It's an incomplete test. It's never been the best test for that anyway because it's not the same field. So you came in a different place, but it's like
I think it's not the same field.
your placement against new people every year. Like a lot of them are the same, but a lot of them are different.
That's sport, man.
Case in point, I was 25th in Japan in 2017. A year later, when CrossFit took off in Japan, I was like probably 5,000th. I don't know what I was. So did I get less fit that next year? Coincidentally, I did because we had a baby, but that wasn't the reason. Do you think the placement is a pretty good standardization, maybe worldwide? Andy?
It can be.
I mean, what are you, Andy? About 90% every year?
Yeah, 89, 90%. Stop snoring. What's weird then is that it's not.
Here's my question. Aren't there simpler tests to establish if you're fitter?
My
Whatever
point is
happened
that
to just doing Fran?
the argument that it's not a good retest year over year, it's like,
Different workouts? Go ahead.
right, I get it, but it's like, here's the thing is then why is it that 80% of the 40 people that make the games every year are the same people?
Because they're so fucking fit.
There you go. That's the thing. It's like I said, I don't give a fuck about the CrossFit games because it's not like why CrossFit was created.
Right.
But if the sport
I'm
is
not-
meant to crown the fittest in the world, right? just all the people that are boycotting it. It's like, congratulations, you're not one of the 45th people. You've chosen not to.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't disagree that the format will appropriately separate the best people who deserve to move on. I just don't know if on a personal level it's really telling you all that much. That you couldn't know anyway, right? Like, is it a mystery going into the Open if you're more fit right now than you were last year?
Is it a mystery?
Yeah, like,
So the
don't
thing
you
is
just
that
kind of
realize
know?
that if you're at a certain level of fitness, Denny, where the open is, I think the purpose should be more community focused, because to the people that are going to move on from the open is nothing.
I agree.
Okay.
That's my incentive for. That was my number one argument for doing it. It's just a great event to have.
Well, you're welcome for convincing you. You hear that? Facebook Live?
But that's all. I'm also doing it scaled.
You're not going to get skilled.
Only because I'm hurting. Broken. But whatever happened to just like doing Fran?
Yeah, we can do Fran.
I've never done it here. I've been a member here for 2 years now.
Why don't you just do High Rocks then? Same event all the time everywhere.
But we still do that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
We do merge.
you guys have your KAMO classes.
Yeah, and we still do hero workouts. We
Hero
still do-
workouts.
every once in a while we do girls.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, some of us do girls.
Some of us do men.
Some of us, yeah.
Mercs, right?
Some of us do merch.
Do you want me? Not yet. I'll definitely petition Nick to program Fran.
I'm just making an argument.
How are you?
Like, I'm
I
talking
mean, think about
classic,
today's workout.
classic CrossFit.
Tell me how today's workout is in Fran.
Classic CrossFit.
Did you see it?
Because it's just a little different. Like,
Right, but that's the thing is,
it's
it's
standardized tests.
iteration is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You kind of intuitively know if you're getting better, and or if you wanted
That's
a
amazing.
true standardization once you
Only to
take
your-
standardized tests.
Right, so for instance, the problem with High Rocks, right,
Yeah.
is that there's just going to be people that learn how to game High Rocks. They're just going to get good at High Rocks.
Yeah, I don't think High
That's a
Rock.
standardized test. That's fucking boring. That's the whole point of doing CrossFit is that it changes the balls.
So that element of surprise, you're still a big believer in.
Yeah, I mean, just variance. It doesn't have to be a surprise, you know? So for instance, saying, like, there's never a time where Thursday night, Thursday afternoon, whatever it is now, they come out with an open workout and I'm surprised.
Right.
If they would have said, if they said burpee pullovers, I'd be surprised. But there's never a time where they come out with a workout and I'm like, oh my god, I'm surprised. It's like, oh, that's different.
So do you think maybe the point of changing it up just enough is so you can't game it?
That's the point of CrossFit, is that there's no finish line. You know, like James Sprague wins the CrossFit Games last year. If he wants to retire, he can. Right?
Yeah.
But if he wants to say he's one of the 5 best CrossFit Games athletes on the men's side, he has to win at least 2 in a row. Right?
Whoa, what's this take now?
So my point is that
Oh,
he,
like a historically
yeah, if he
top
wants,
5.
yeah, exactly. If he wants to be like on top 5 all time, he's got to win another one. Even if it's not back to back, he's got to win 2 out of 3 or something. So
Wow, so who's your top 5?
hold on though. So my point is that he can't not engage with variance because he's going to be forcibly engaged with variance when he goes through the season. Does that make sense? At what point will a sport like High Rocks, which any fitness is better than no fitness, but when they have a guy that wins like 7 years of the national championship, whatever it is in a row, are they just going to be like, well, fuck, he's hacked it because it's one thing.
Well, if you compare it to other standardized sports, people just keep getting better and better and better.
Right. And what I think is that's happening that's healthier than CrossFit now is that it used to be that we had Fronings, Frasers, we still have Tias, right? But if you looked at everybody beneath them from second place to 39th place, it constantly changed.
Yeah.
In terms
Well,
of
this is
order,
an interesting
right?
question.
What?
Have the games athletes continued to get fitter since Fraser? So peak Fraser, he still would have beat Sprague last year. So they
That's the thing,
haven't
is Fraser's
they
not
haven't
peak
closed
Fraser.
that gap.
You're saying if you went back, if you got him through a time machine.
If you took his body, peak Fraser
Yeah, if
body.
you got peak Froning, peak Fraser in either order, and peak Froning are 1-2 last
No,
year.
but I think peak Fraser against peak Froning, Fraser would win the games.
It's close because they did compete on the same field.
I'm talking peak.
I understand it's close.
Yeah.
I think that it can go either way depending on what the events are.
I don't know.
I'm just saying that Sprague doesn't have a chance against either, but that doesn't mean Sprague doesn't have a chance against other one-time
Right.
champions.
But what I'm saying is then.
Like Sprague's probably fitter than.
So has the fitness peak plateaued?
No. Because there's going to be somebody in 10 years that maybe they won't win 6 in a row, right?
Yeah.
But we'll see them do stuff that Froning or Fraser might not have been able to do. You know?
Yeah, it still could happen, but it's not happening at a rapid rate.
Right, it's the argument of like, think about it being 1998, right? And you're like, has peak basketball performance been encountered? Will anybody ever surpass Jordan in terms of like complete dominance of the game? And the answer is LeBron James
I didn't miss that.
would curb stomp Jordan. But unfortunately,
Dude, I watched.
unfortunately, right, Jordan, his greatness surpasses because he never lost the finals.
Yeah.
Because he won scoring titles and Defensive Player of the Year and MVP in the same year, things LeBron's never done. So it's like, that's the thing is LeBron might be Frazier, but Froning's still Froning because Jordan's still Jordan.
I've been watching old.
It's just era specific.
I've been watching old Dream Team
Yeah.
Olympics, and they're kind of trash.
Well, it's because they're playing against Columbus. They
No,
don't have-
like the Dream Team was like relative to now, they're kind of trash.
I don't
Like
think- I think that's-
Jordan was like bricking some 3-pointers, like just the skills. I don't think we recognize how much the skills have gone up.
Well, yeah, and so there you go. Now apply the CrossFit. Right? The best shooter of all time is Steph Curry.
100%. 100%. All right, I wasn't supposed to do 245 anyway. Let's actually concentrate and hit this 235. And then we're gonna hop off.
I always ask her because she knows that I'm just paranoid. I ask her,
Paranoia, paranoia.
how's my hair looking? She's like, I've never seen it this long before we had to like go in and use layers. And so I was like, thank you, John. Thank you.
We're gonna do a full clean. Or not full, but like a from the floor, fluid.
And I like that it's in a glass jar, so it's like, they care about it because you can see it on there. You know, there's no like gelatin coating or anything. Anyway, so thank you. It's going well. Natural grocers on that too. Yeah, I was super bummed because they said it was just a delay in shipping, and then I got an email like a week later that said because they can't.
Shit.
What's up?
Damn it. I feel dead. Speed.
Yeah.
It was delayed for like 3 weeks. Finally got it like 2 days ago, so she's still.
Yeah.
But it's good.
I'm gonna go to natural choices because I like the idea of just shooting
I'm experimenting a little bit.
Who did your hair? Did mommy or daddy do your hair?
Wow, that sucked. All right, peace, y'all.